So what's up? How you doing today? We're going to look at some Improv Tactics by Trey on WOLFMAN'S brother. We're not going to look at how to sound just like Trey, but some underlying improvising techniques that he uses, not only for this tune, but for many tunes you can apply these to. So we're going to break down 3 different things, and the third one is going to really tie it all together. One of my favorite and most important techniques and tactics that I use myself all the time in my own playing, and I hear Trey do, of course, himself all the time as well. But let's check out the first one and give it a listen and then see what's going on. So this one's pretty straightforward. If you know the tune, you're obviously going to know this. It's just the opening lick to the jam that singing along with, and you just got to know this. So that's like improv tactic number 1 here is just know your lick, and it's not just knowing some random lick by Trey, but this is the lick. This is the melody that gets it all going that they do every single time. So you want to know that. It's first off, we're in B flat mixolydian. So the song is doing this whole B flat, G minor, A flat. That's the whole song, there's a bridge part on the chorus, all this stuff. But when the jams, it just typically, they're just jamming on this part here, that verse part, but it starts to slowly morph towards just B flat. But it's not just B flat like we're playing B flat major, the major scale, B flat major chord, but it's a B flat mixolydian. So classic B flat mixolydian, so that's the mode we're in, which is just B flat major scale with a flatted 7 if you don't know what that all means. So that's just B flat with, instead of an A here, a flat, A flat, an A flat. So a flat 7. That's what that is, and of course we can use all kinds of notes, but that's the thing it's revolving around. So that's what that lick is revolving around as well. I should note too that the studio version, I believe, is in E actually, and so it's a big change. They do it in B flat. I really prefer the studio version. It's one of the rare ones. Because it's different because it's got the horns and the backup singers and stuff. It's just awesome. But they played it, or still play it so well live, or whenever they start. This is now the end of 2020, so they're not playing now. Nobody really is too much, but they'll hopefully be starting up again soon next year. So in B flat, right? This lick is just using B flat major pentatonic, just right here, and then bending up. The B flat, not to the D. And then leaving space there, or you can always fill it up. So and this one's all about having fun with it. So don't just play it all kind of flat like that, rhythmically and just emotionally. Like have some fun with it, right? And that's it. But that's the key thing. Like all the rest of the jam, like that's like the seeds to it. What you can do is right in that lick. So you want to be able to play it for one, but as a launching pad, so much you can do just with those notes, right? That was all just the same notes, not doing anything else. So you can just keep going off, and you can say a lot with just a little with that there. So that is improv technique number 1. Make sure you know that opening lick, that opening melody there. And let's give a listen to the second one and see if you can guess what I'm focusing on, and then we'll break down what it is. So I thought this was a good one. nothing specific like that. Oh, Trey always does it in this song. This is just something he does in practically every song. And it's a good contrast to what we just did of playing like a pentatonic based lick that kind of just goes up and down for the most part. The scale, not big leaps, this and that, but this has some big leaps. So good contrast to that. Just playing the arpeggio. So just playing around a B flat chord, and overall the tonality when you're jamming on it is it's not just B flat because it's a B flat mixolydian thing. You've got these other chords in here, and then when it leans more towards just hanging on that B flat, it's more like a B flat 7. Even though Trey might not be playing it, or he's soloing most of the time over this stuff, but if he does throw in chords, he might throw in 7th or different chords that will give you that 7th sound. So B flat 7th, it's just adding that A flat in there. So we can do a B flat 7 sound. So know that arpeggio. This is just a good spot. My example, I was just simply staying right in this spot here and throwing in some notes outside of it, so like here, even maybe right here, a flat 3rd. I can't remember what I did, but the idea is focusing in around that B flat and throwing in that 7th note as well, so it gives you like a B flat 7. So you certainly don't want to do that major 7th sound, that A. That just won't. I mean, you can do it. It just won't mix well. And of course, you can play any note. How you do it, like playing it like that, all sounded like the sound of the song, even though I was throwing in this note, throwing that note, this note. So 3 notes outside of the key, the mode, whatever, but doing it in passing, So it's kind of more about hanging on those chord tones notes in this case. The idea of just straight up outlining it as well. So using them passing, hanging on them again, throwing in some notes outside of it as well, and that's going to give you that big Trey sound. He's big into playing arpeggios, and it gives you a little contrast to that first one. So let's listen to the third one and see if you can hear the thing that's going to just kind of bring it all back home. So this one is a little busier than the beginning, but it's basically the beginning just brought up an octave. So that lick, but just doing it up here. And I was just throwing in some more notes here and there. But the idea here, this tactic that I just call recycling, just something you want to do all the time. And I'm so into it because I myself didn't used to do this. I used to think that like if I repeated myself too much when I was playing live, when I was kind of starting out, that like people would kind of like catch on to it. They'd be like, "Oh, he's just doing the same thing." So I would try to do something. I would try to do something like as like new and different as much as I could, and that was horrible. It just made me. That's what noodling is. So I was just kind of noodling a lot, just playing random stuff, nothing tied together, never a theme. Things never kind of made sense and kind of came around. So a good way to just, in the middle of a jam or towards the end of a jam especially, to bring it full circle, just like the end of a movie. They start off with one little thing, and that key thing gets brought back, and it's kind of the controlling thing throughout the movie, or sometimes it's one little element of it you might even forgotten about, and then boom, it comes back, and all these things come together around that at the end. So same idea here. So take that lick, play it up an octave. And then maybe play a little busier, and maybe some more distortion or something like Trey typically does, to kind of like bumping it up to these levels of intensity depending on how you want to do your jams. But those are the 3 ones to recap. Know that lick. For any tune that has something like this, like a bathtub gin type of thing, too, same thing, singing along with it as well. Know that lick, add contrast, and in this particular case, playing arpeggios, so you're outlining the chord and not just playing down the scale and giving more space, and then play that same lick again. Recycle stuff. In this case, you can try it up an octave. Hell, you can play it in the same octave. Doesn't even matter. The idea to mainly focus on is just recycling what you already did and bring things back full circle, because people actually want to hear that. It makes more sense. It's something familiar, and they can leave, humming what you're playing. So hopefully that helps. And if you want to try these things out, try playing along with the backing track I've got linked right over here. And I will see you in the next video.